holy brothers and sisters! It is the 12th of TAMUZ, and in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson will be called Tomorrow, Today. Teaching number 272. It is a cardinal rule in the service of God that a person should look only at the day in which he presently stands. This applies to his approach to obtaining a livelihood and his material needs, whereby he must not think from one day to the next, as is taught in the Holy Literature. This is exactly why we say the chapter of Man or Mana each day. It helps to teach and to remind us to live each day in the present and never to worry about how God will provide for you tomorrow. Just know that in the same way that Hashem brought down the man for them to eat, and they were not allowed to save up for the next day in the desert, so too we must remember that everything we have is provided by God, and not to rely on paychecks or money in the bank, which can be emptied or overfilled instantaneously. This also applies to the service of God, whereby he must look only at the present day and the present hour alone. The reason is that when a person wishes to enter the service of God, it seems to him as though it were a heavy burden then, and it is impossible for him to bear such a weighty load. But if he thinks that he only has today, it will not be burdensome for him at all. Furthermore, a person should never procrastinate from one day to the next, saying, "Oh, tomorrow I will begin. Tomorrow I will pray with concentration and feeling and with the right enthusiasm," or the like. For a person has nothing in his world except the present day and the present hour in which he is now standing. Tomorrow is a different world entirely. This is the explanation of the verse, "Today, if you heed his voice," Psalms 95:7. Specifically, today. Do everything we can and want to do today. We never know how long we are going to have here in this world, and therefore we must maximize the efficiency of our days and work. Teaching number 273. There exists very great tzaddikim who imbue their children with souls that are loftier than the 600,000 souls of the Jewish people. No matter where people come from, everyone always has inside amazing and lofty potential. Do not worry about where you came from. Do not worry about what you have done or what you have gone through in life. If we do proper teshuvah, Hashem embraces us with open arms to come back to him and to become someone great indeed. Teaching number 274. There exist wicked people who work and struggle all their lives in order to uproot themselves completely from God. They do this because they have no pleasure from their sins and desires due to the point of holiness which is inside of them, and consequently they struggle to achieve complete atheism. But their point of connection to Judaism, which lies dormant inside of them, does not allow them to succeed. Know furthermore that some of these people, when they finally do reach complete atheism, beyond a shadow of a doubt, thereupon die at once, and then they see the truth. Since a person is truly a soul with an exterior body of a shell, when someone sins and distances from God, there is an uncomfortableness and a pulling back towards the good. In this respect, it becomes much harder to actually sin. Teaching number 275. Each and every mitzvah that a person performs in this world is made into a candle with which he can search the treasuries of the king after he passes away. Fortunate is he who merits this, since this is the ultimate pleasure of the world to come. Every single action we do here, especially when we have proper intentions, creates real results that last infinitely in the next world. It is important to think before we jump into actions and keep in mind what we want for ourselves when we complete our tasks here. The tzaddik who kills himself, so to speak, during his lifetime merits to search the king's treasuries even when he is still alive, which is the greatest of all the delights of the world to come. When we are able to humble ourselves completely and to give to others, Hashem is then able to fill us up with his infinite light. Then we can achieve and receive the greatest gifts of all. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.